Good afternoon, welcome back to live shopping here at Highlight Crafts. My name's Mel. I'm going to be taking you through this hour alongside our lovely Corinne.
Hello.
Who's going to be demonstrating for you. We've got Becky on cameras, wrapped up like a little Eskimo there, love, aren't you? Fleece on, zipped up. And we've got Emily in the driving seat as well. Hello. Hi. We've had a really busy day today here at Highlight Crafts. It's been a little bit bonkers, I'm not going to lie. You've loved it, and we've been bringing you brand new products, which is very, very exciting, isn't it? The heat transfers, I don't think any of us expected them to go that quick. Like 15 minutes in, and Stephanie was like, what are we going to do? But brilliant that you absolutely love them. So in this hour, we're going to bring you another brand new product that Corinne is going to show you exactly how to get the best out of. Whether you're card making, whether you're doing them for home decor, whatever it is, whether it's for you, whether it's for the kids, whatever it is, they're going to be fabulous. And it's one of those things that I used to love doing as a kid. So hopefully you'll enjoy it too. Right, so first of all, let me tell you a little bit about live shopping, where you can watch us and how to shop. You can shop on our website directly if that's how you prefer to do things, and you can also watch us on there while you're shopping. So all you need to do to shop on the website is press play on the show, and as soon as that show goes live, all the products that are allocated to that show or available within that hour will appear down the right hand side of your screen. You just select the ones that you want to buy, and they will go into a little purple shopping bag that will appear at the top of your screen. When you're ready to log into your account, so you get your club member benefits and check out your basket, you're going to click on that bag, and that will take you through. That's a really simple process. If you would prefer to shop directly on Facebook or Instagram, either of our socials, we do a slightly different on there. We give you what we call a shop code. So for example, you will see a picture on your screen with words underneath that are in bold text, and then the description of the product. Whichever the words are in bold, that's what you type into the comments underneath the video. So for example, shop rainbow will get you that, and that will put it into a basket and reserve it for you. Then you'll receive a direct message. You'll find a link in that. Follow that link. That will take you to our website where you log in and check out. If you prefer to watch us on a bigger screen, you can also do that, because you can watch us on YouTube. So go to YouTube to search Highlight Crafts, and the show that's relevant will start, or you press play and it starts to play. Every single live show that we have done here at Highlight Crafts is on YouTube. So go on there, playlists, live, so you can watch them all back as well, which is great, and they'll stay on there, so you can always go back and think, what did she say in that show? Go back, have a look and watch it back, which is really cool. You can also shop ahead with us from midnight, so all the products in all the shows will open up at midnight, and I know that there are loads of you that wake up and shop ahead, and there's loads of you that don't sleep very well at night and shopping in the middle of the night, which is great, because that's what I do sometimes as well. So you can do that, which is fabulous. Now, if you're watching us on Facebook right now, and it's my fault, Diane, I apologise if you're watching upstairs, I forgot. If you're watching us on Facebook and you type, is it treat, into the comments under the video, we are having a triple treat event to celebrate our club birthday on the 28th of January, is that right? Yeah. On the 28th in the evening. So type, if you're watching on Facebook, type treat into the comments, and that will give us permission to send you a reminder and a link to that event. I know the team upstairs were working on it for different platforms today, so hopefully by tomorrow you'll be able to do it on the website as well. But please make sure that you join us, because last time we did that, it was absolutely bonkers chaos, but it was blinking brilliant. We literally running from one studio to the next. It was fantastic, and we didn't break. We just went right the way through. So it was absolute carnage, but blinking brilliant. So we're doing it again to celebrate our club birthday. Right, Corinne, do you want to tell us everybody about this first of all? Because everybody, we have got, it's not a gift with purchase, it's a free gift.
So this is your free download that you are going to get. As Mel has already said, it is a free gift for everyone. You don't need to make any purchase to get this. So it is strolling into spring. So all you need to do, you don't need the word shop, you just need the word gift. Pop that into the comments and you will get this as a free download. Our Diane has put this together over the weekend for you. Isn't it absolutely gorgeous? Look at the colourways for this. And I can see the cardstock on the counter that's going to go brilliantly with this. Aren't they beautiful colours? We all feel like a little bit of spring. We just need a little bit. Look at this. Look at these. Aren't they beautiful? So you are going to get all 21 of these download images absolutely free. And as Mel said, it's not a shop free gift, it's just for everyone as a way of saying thank you. So please make sure you do that.
So how did they do that, please? How did they do that?
I said they put gift into the...
Tag gift into the comments underneath the video and that will get that for you. Right, now then, Corinne, where do you want to go first?
I think we should start here.
This is cool. This is something I do on my knee at night.
Yeah, and this is so portable.
Maltesers.
What we're going to give you is 4 sheets of art, rainbow art. So you're going to get this one. Now, we've got like a grey scale over the top. Why did I not need to cough until I start to talk? Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? I'm thinking, you know, it's mystical castles and fireworks over the top. Now, you're going to get 2 of these images, and I'm going to show you in a minute how you can use these in your card making, because although it is a 3 in size, I'm going to show you how we can isolate certain images that you might want to use, because quite frankly that would make rather a large card, so we can break it down. But in addition to that, you're going to get 2 of the A3 sheets, the blank sheets. So you can see on the counter in front of me is the graphite paper, the white graphite paper. If you don't already have that, you might want that as well. Right. But that's separate.
So now I can take all my digi-stamps from Micro Studio, trace over them with the white graphite paper so it shows up on black, scratch it back and colour them.
Yeah.
How fabulous is that?
So I did that very quickly with one, and I just think if you haven't already got it, you want your Bright and Beautiful download, because how perfectly does Bright and Beautiful go with that? It is just as if they were made for each other. So this was just a digi-stamp I got off the website. I just traced it over, scratched it off. I did a little bit of a faux border around the outside. Now I would say, if you're going to do this, I took one plate, or I took my magnetic plate off my shim so that I didn't put too much pressure on, and it cut it like a dream, just my regular dies.
Or cut it first.
Oh, yeah, I cut it first before I did the scratch, sorry, I was going to say, and then do the scratching after that. So I'd always die cut first, but again, take the pressure off, because it can mark onto there. So yeah, but it cuts perfectly.
I need to test it on the scan and cut to see if it will work. While you're demonstrating, I'll go out and burnish it onto a sticky mat and make sure it comes off.
Would you like to use I've got a part 1 on there that you're more than welcome to use.
Lovely. Right, Shop Rainbow. Now, this is down from $19.99 to $9.99.
And you're going to get your tools. Sorry.
And you're going to get your tools included as well. It's like we're one person, isn't it? A bit's coming out of one and a bit's coming out the other. That's ridiculous.
It is.
Your beard love this, won't she?
Yeah.
This is right up B Street. But for me, so I'm really good during the day, right? I can eat really healthily. Gets to night time, especially when I'm on my own, and I can just sit and eat chocolate. I need something to keep my hands busy. This is going to be brilliant, but I love the fact that you've also got the blank ones.
Yep.
Because now your children can do their own designs. Yep. You can take your digi-stamps and make that work. It might be a piece of art that you've done. Just brilliant. This will be perfect. Because if you trace that, left the black as it was and just did the negative space where the white is, that would look fabulous. Obviously it'd be a colour, but it would be brilliant. Do we know what colours underneath them, or are they just a rainbow right the way across?
They're just a rainbow right across.
Fabulous.
I've seen greens, I've seen fluorescent pinks, I've seen the darker pinks, oranges, blues, yellows, and everything in between. And it all comes nicely in a little wallet.
Look at that. You could foil that.
You could.
Could use your hot foil pen on that. That would be rather cool. In fact, I bet your hot foil would work over the top of your colour. So if you wanted to highlight an outline, you could use your hot foil pen on that. I'm sure that would work. Right, Shot Rainbow, $9.99. Tell me about the tools,
Right,
Corinne.
we've
Just
got-
don't move your foot because you nearly stood on one.
Oh, sorry, I missed that one. That I dropped it. So you've got your wooden stick. That's quite good for doing sort of large areas. You probably want to get the outside going first, or you could use it as to do your graphite paper. You've got a little brush, and it's a really lovely soft brush. So when you're scratching, and I'll show you, it's really good to brush all the bits off. You've got this strange looking one that's going to be really good for the larger areas. You can see on there. There we go, perfect. Now this one is the one that's going to be so useful. So this reminds me of like a fountain pen. It really does look like the nib of, it isn't, but it looks like it. So that's sort of your larger point, and then carefully covered under there, so you can then just put that on there so that you protect yourself, is a really fine detail point as well on there.
Just see if I can get a better shot of that. Just put it on the back of my hand like that, you can see it better.
Oh
there
yeah,
you go.
perfect.
So that's your
Fine
one. And then on the other end, you've got your wider one. Like that.
I tend to use that one mostly because I get, I like the impression. But I guess when you're doing things like those fireworks and that, you're going to want to go to the finer one.
It's fab that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like that. And then you've got, I love that, scraper card, scraper board they were called, weren't they? And you see all these pictures on, you scraped it back, I loved it. Wooden tool, great. And then your brush to get rid of any dust. It's like the ones they have in the nail bars, though, isn't it? When you
it's
just
lovely
get
and
rid
soft,
of all the
isn't
dust.
it?
It's fabulous. I think this is a great one. Now then, think about the children at Easter. Obviously you can do this. If you like your diamond art, you're going to like things like this.
Yep.
But think about the children for Easter. Rather than buying an egg, another egg, right? Another one. Another T-shirt that you've got to go and try and get all the chocolate out of. No wiping up the mucky handprints that are on the wall. I know, we've all been there, haven't we? This will be fabulous for that. Right, Shot Rainbow, $9.99 is going to get you that. Now, we've talked about the graphite paper.
Yeah.
You could actually use that end to trace on your graphite paper because it's almost like a mechanical pencil. It's not sharp, so it wouldn't tear your graphite paper, but you've got a tool then that will work with that. Now, of course, because you're working on dark colours, you want the white one. So we've done that on its own. You get 4 sheets in here. Now, it looks like a little packet. They're 9 inch by 13 inches, and you reuse it over and over and over and over and over again. You'll know when it's run out. I don't think we've even got to the end of one sheet yet. I mean, you just keep going over, and that will give you the white image that you can then go back in. I'm thinking stencils.
Yes.
So get a stencil, use it. In fact, I'll go and find a stencil after. Use it on the inside and then just scrape it away. So instead of adding like you do with your hot foil pen, use it with a stencil and take it away. And then you could go over with your foil pen as well. Shop White, $5.99 will get you those 4 sheets. You won't be rebuying that for a long, long time. Now, these glue pens here are the best glue pens I have ever used in 38 years of doing something creative as a living. Watch this. So, you open your pen, and there's a little red ball on the end of it. I took it off because we were showing these earlier on. You might get a little skin just from over the top, let go of it, but there is a very, very, very tiny rollerball tip to that. It's not like a quickie glue pen. This ball is almost like raised slightly, and that creates a capillary reaction. So as that's pressed down, the glue is then drawn from the top down to the bottom. So if you watch now, I can do quite a big dot, or I can go really tiny. But watch this. It doesn't miss a bit. It's absolutely fabulous. These for putting your flat back pearls on are superb, although I have to say on Saturday Stephanie and I had a set of, I think there were 12 little tubes of super glue with the most amazing applicators I've ever seen. Look like Edward Scissorhands, but with a really fine tip. But look at that. You go and get another glue pen, see if you can do that without it missing a bit. Bet you can't. You get 3 of these shop pens, 9.99 is going to get you those. Now then, we have one of these pearls left. One jumped out of a basket. So you can get these. There are thousands in here. I mean, a lot. Please make sure that you open it the right way up. Otherwise, they will end up all over your floor. These are also good in your resin as well. Flat backed, so you can use your glue pens to attach those, or your super glue, depending if you got that on Saturday. Shop Pearls $8.99 will get you that little lot. Right, let's talk download, shall we?
Yeah.
Because these are fabulous. We've got a Micro Studio download for you. Now, we brought you the heat transfers this morning. My goodness me, they flew. I don't think Stephanie or I were expecting them to go that quickly, but they did. And then the extended dispatch stock from Friday went. Thank goodness they're only on that other business park over there. These are fabulous. So you've got all your characters in here. Today's been rough, funny onesies. This is right up David's street. Time spent with a cat is never wasted. You've got them with or without. Cheeky monkey. Love is a 4-letter word. These are going to be great. Now, if you've got the laser printer that we bring you from Brother, we have a look, see if the laser printers are in stock, Emily, for me, please. And you print these off on your laser printer. You can then foil them. So all of these, because it's it works with toner, you can then be foiling all of these. How exciting is that? So you've got all of those. Then you've got these. I love that image. Look at that. These are if you've got a really fun sense of humour. These are brilliant. Not in the mood. Love them. I love that wolf there. That's gorgeous. So you've got all of those. You've then also got all of these. Look at these. Blow that up. That is exquisite. Somebody's taken all that time to design that artwork. It's like it's Zentangle to within an inch of its life. It's beautiful. You've got an octopus in there. Love that. Really beautiful, strong artwork on this. We've got 4 of the laser printers in stock. Now, a laser printer with toner. So it's really finely ground down plastic that then works with the heat, bonds onto your cardstock, and then you can use a toner reactive foil with heat, and it will make every single one of these foiled. Shop printer, $169.99. It's the Brother Mono A4 laser printer, DCPL 1640W. It's a cracking printer. If you want to be able to do your toner sheets at home, then absolutely that printer is for you. We don't always have it in stock, so while we do, please get it now. $169.99, remember, is before your club discount. You're then going to get 5 points back for every £1 that you spend, and you're not going to pay postage because it will be over £35 after anybody's discount. So shop printer will get you that one.
Imagine these ones on the rainbow art, because they're nice, easy shapes to draw, aren't
Absolutely.
they? And they're going to look stunning when you scratch out that volume. And the great thing is, with Micro Studio, it can be 2 inches tall, it can be 6 inches tall.
Absolutely. It can be A3 if you want to print it in A3.
Oh, we've got A3 sheets.
Shop Digital, $12.99 will get you this one. Down from, is it £20 or £29.99? £20. Brilliant. So you've got a £7 and a penny saving on that one. These are great. Love these. Look at that. How beautiful is that with the heron?
Yes.
That foiled would look that foiled would be absolutely amazing. So if you've got a laser printer, brilliant. If you haven't, we've got one on the show for you. Shop Digital, $12.99 will get you that little lot. Corinne, do you want to go and get ready for demo?
Yep, certainly shall.
And then I will do the rest of this counter.
Yep.
Now, the other evening, Thursday, I think it was. Yeah, it was Thursday evening. David and I launched our latest rice paper download, and this is beautiful. If you'd been to our weekend workshops this weekend, this is what we used to decorate the book-shaped card. This is Shop Villages. You've got a £10 saving on something that only launched on Thursday. It's $19.99. You get 60 different designs. that you can print time and time and time again. So yesterday we did the book card in the class that I taught. I asked my printer to do 2 of these per page. We used one of them on the inside of the book. We used one on the inside of the front cover and another one on the outside of the book. And everybody fell in love with this artwork. Everyone was saying, I want to live there. It's gorgeous. So it's all about quintessential British villages in the countryside. And it's absolutely beautiful. And our Sam, who is one of our graphic design team upstairs, designed this. And he was on cameras on Thursday night, and I was so pleased because all of you, you know, you guys are so fabulous with us. I love it because every time somebody commented, it was great job, Sam, and his little face just lit up. He's a very modest, very quiet little soul, is our Sam, but he's brilliant at what he does. So if you want backgrounds that will reinvigorate and revitalise your 2 Red Robins collections, please don't look at these and go, yeah, but they're just for rice papers, Mel. No, they're not. Ask your printer to do 2 per page. You've got an A5 card blank. Ask them to do 4 per page or 8 per page. You've got your tags and your coverings for your decorations for your gift bags. Please don't think just because these are big images that you have to use them this size, because you really, really don't. This is exquisite. Those 2 at the top are my 2 favourites. I think they're absolutely wonderful, and I'm just going to get some inexpensive frames, judge them up with a bit of cadence, put my crackle over the top and just have them as pieces of art. And then I might go in and decoupage some of the roses up and make it a 3-dimensional picture. So you're getting that set as well. You're also going to get these. How wonderful are these? Fabulous, aren't they? So you've got landscape and portrait. These in your book nooks, actually, as your scenes, would look really cool, or maybe on the outside as well. So you've got that. I have done a bit more in my book nook this weekend. Thoroughly enjoyed myself. I'll show you that when it's done. Then you've also got all of these. I love it with the post box. I think that is brilliant. Now at Christmas we bought you a little girl with a post box posting a letter. You could use that as your embellishment for this. But isn't it just lovely? You can hear the birds singing. You can see the little butterflies. We actually used Into the Hamlet die collection with this for the book yesterday, and it was absolutely perfect. Now, I don't know whether that's still on a deal or not, but if it is, it was down from something like £92, I think, to £29.99. I'll get Emily to have a look, see if it's still available. And you're also going to get this set as well. So all 60. If you like your book cards, like the one that Corinne bought you a couple of weeks ago, these are going to be fabulous. Or if you just love beautiful artwork, this is fantastic too. Imagine your bags for life with this on. Great, right? So if you want that one, Shop Villages, $19.99 will get you that digital download. Now, we have just had a fabulous 2 hours with David. And we got the A3 inkjet printer from Brother added to the show. It showed sold out on your screen. However, there were 2 still sat in baskets. We had a lovely lady message in and said, will it take 300 GSM? And it did, from the bottom tray and from the back loading tray as well. This is your pure print. Now, it won't go through most home printers if you just got like a box standard printer. The one that we were bringing you was a much higher spec printer than the ones that you find in your supermarkets. But this card is brilliant for your alcohol markers. So if you like colouring, this is superb. You're going to get 50 sheets, 300 GSM, shop card, $12.99. Now we've also got a deal on black card for you. And it is a deal as well, because you're going to get 20 sheets, 12 by 12, perfect for your scan and cut, lovely for your die cutting. Shop 20, down from $14.99 to $9.99. Now I know if I put this on my scan and cut show tomorrow, there won't be any left. So get it while we've got it. Shop 20, $9.99 is going to get you 20 sheets. And if you're somebody that always buys A4, and you're sitting there going, oh, 12 by 12 is just for scrapbooking. Absolutely not. You go and try and make a 6-inch card base out of A4. you can't do it. If you want a 6 by 6 inch card front, you'll get one. Out of 12 by 12, you'll either get 2 6 by 6 card blanks or 4 6-inch card mats. So shop 20, £19.99. And talking about deals on card, we have got this on for you. Ready? Look at this. Teal, red, green, orange and yellow, 20 sheets of each. I'm going to say this is a 200 GSM, so it's light enough for your mats and layers, and brilliant on your scan and cut because it's solid core, and that's what we use on scan and cut, because white core card is made with chalk, and chalk is abrasive and it will blunt your blades quicker. So if you want 100 sheets of that, shop paper, £9.99 will get you that. Now then, our mirror card is flying out. 20% of this has gone. You will have seen it on the edge of the book cards where our lovely Kath created the outside of the book, and it looked like, you know, when you get those really expensive Bibles and they've got the gilt on the edge, or the old ones. I've got my grandma's Bible at home and it's got that on. And she just used a scoreboard and just scored to make it look like book pages. It was brilliant. Now, a little tip for you. Rather than, if you're doing black, gold and black, rather than cutting a piece of black and then a piece of gold for your mat layer and then another piece of black, if you cut a thin frame, either with your dies or on your scan and cut, out of here and put it flat, glue it flat onto your black, it will absolutely look like you've done black, gold and black. But you've saved yourself your piece from the inside of your frame and you haven't used a second piece of black. Now, card prices are going through the roof. I want you to be able to get the most out of your card stock. If you've never tried it before, go and try it. It's brilliant. One of the best tips I ever picked up from a scrapbook course that we did in the States. Shop gold, instead of paying £10.99 for 10 sheets, you're getting 20. 40% of it now is allocated. 20% of the tacky glue pens, all the pearls have gone. We've got a question about the glue pens, a question about the digi-stamps, and Into the Hamlet is down from $94.93 to $29.99. That's bonkers. Right, we've got questions. Let's have a look. We've got, Alan says, is the delicious download images from Screen Sensation mesh screens? Some of them are, yeah. Absolutely, some of them are. And the other question is, hi Mel, can the glue pens be used in the scan and cut for foiling? Do you know what, Sharon? I'm going to try them this afternoon. I'm a little bit worried that because the universal pen holder, when it's drawing, it will lift and then go down and up like that. Every time it goes down, it might release a little bit too much glue. So you might end up with little blobs here and there. But I'm going to test it this afternoon because I'm going to do the detailed designs on the gilded collection that's launching tomorrow. So I will let you know. I'm just a bit worried because it does that you might end up with blobs. But I'll do it. And then I'm on my own tonight at 6 o'clock with an outlet show. So I'll let you know then. All right. Right, Corinne, okay. Over to you.
Right. So I wanted to show you these. And the first thing, you know, when you look at these, you're like, all right, how am I going to use these in card making? You really are, and I'm going to show you that. So the first thing you need to know, the colour is laid down underneath, and you can't see how it's set up. And then it's got this sort of black chalk here over the top. And then on these two that are pre-printed, and you've got two exactly the same, you've got like the white, maybe grey, I don't know, whatever colour you call it, image put on the top. And that's just to show you where to scratch to reveal. And, you know, what you get behind is a lovely, lovely surprise. So as we said, you're going to get all of your tools. This one's going to do your larger areas. We were doing these larger areas like this with these. So if you want to take off larger areas, just like that, you see this goes a lot quicker, getting those larger areas revealed. And it's as simple as this, just scratch it back. It's really, really relaxing. Once you've got a little bit of the dust, you just push it out of the way so that you can see what you're doing. As we said, this one is going to be, I think, is going to be your favourite tool. And I was doing one of these starbursts here, and all I was doing, sorry Becky, I will keep turning it, I am a turner and a craft. I just go round with the fine one. You definitely want the fine one for those tiny little starbursts at the end. And I tend to find that once I've done that, I tend to turn it round and then just neaten it up with the thicker one. And you see, it reveals it. It's as easy as that. And then you can just reveal those. Now, if you think to yourself, not enough starbursts, add in some extras. There's, you know, all I'd say is don't ignore the white and do a completely different design over the top. But if you want to add on more design, then you can. You can put anything in the black areas because it's still got the colour underneath. So you just add in as much or as little as you want, but you probably will want to scratch off the white. Now try to keep in those lines for the simple reason that there's nothing to stop you going beyond. So just to show you here, if I suddenly decided to scratch, you can see here, it will scratch off and you can see what is underneath. So, you know, there's no safety bumper bars on it. Whatever is underneath, you will be able to see. So yeah, so you just need to take that little bit of time. Now, I was talking to Stephanie when we had our meeting about these, and she was like, yeah, of course you can use elements of this on your card. So I thought, well, how can I show, without cutting it all up, because I don't know how many shows I've got to do, and I haven't done it all yet, how can I show the best way? So I've made myself a couple of little frames, and I just thought this is the best way to be able to see. I mean, that would be a beautiful card front. Let me turn it around so that you can see. Wouldn't that be a lovely design on a card? So you've got the design coming right into your, off to the edge. So all you need to do is cut that out. How about if you wanted a really small design, you could, look at that. If you just cut that size out, you would get that as a beautiful, beautiful image. Oh, thank you, Mel. And you've also got, you know, if you wanted just, look at that. This is the easiest way to show you how this would look. But you could also get a larger one and you could have a larger design, or you could use down here, or you could use across here. But look at that, you get a completely different view. Maybe you'd want to take that, look at that, taking out that fountain. That's a completely different look, isn't it? So just trim that bit out and then scratch that and reveal the colours behind and have that as your card front, or a picture in a frame, or you could then put it onto the front of a notebook, or however you wanted to use it. There's going to be lots and lots of different ways. But as I said, it's really, really easy to do. You just get your tool and then you just scratch the design. I have to admit, I'm a bit of a flipper. I might do a little bit here and then I might jump to another little bit. Because there's no rules, you can just do it however you want. So I scratch off most. It's just my choice to how to do that. And then I just take off any extra bits like that. But keep brushing. You do need to keep brushing the bits out of the way, otherwise you can't see where the white finishes and you could end up just revealing it all. So it's quite handy to sort of maybe go around the edges and just do that first. So that just reveals where you need to go. This is one of those where I want to stop talking because I'm concentrating.
Lizzie says it reminds her of a New York scene.
Yes, that's... You
reminds me of the castle in Disney, not gonna lie.
Do you know what? I was trying not to say that,
no,
but that's what I was thinking.
It's not, but that's what it reminds me of.
Yeah. So you just do that. So yeah, so you can just keep going. But I mean, look at this starburst. If I just isolate that starburst...
60%.
Look at that.
Of the mirror card is allocated.
Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that absolutely beautiful? So that you could just be cutting that area out. Wouldn't that be gorgeous on a wedding card? Because it's like celebration. You just need a little sentiment. I mean, this is what I did here. This is a digi-stamp, and I'm pretty certain it might be off that download we've got. I just traced it over, and then, you know, matte and layered. I did a little bit of faux stitching around the outside, a couple of colours, and put it onto a card base. But you can be seeing, you could be doing that with any section of this on here. And the fact that they're giving you the 2 A3 sheets and all your tools, 2 A3 sheets of the printed as well as the unprinted. So there we go.
But £9.99.
I know. You happy for me to go into the unprinted one?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Carry on. Yeah,
there we go. Right. So this was Stephanie. She'd got this here. And she's just so good at her drawing. She just drew that. She just looked at that, and then she was drawing it. I was like, oh, okay then. So you don't need to do the image. And I went, and you can see this is the one that I did. I think I did it on that size, so you can see. So it's really, really easy. So all you would want to do. Let's see if this is the piece that look. Can you remember Mel said you use it and use it? Look at that. It's been used. I don't know if you can. If I put my hand underneath.
Yeah.
So many times. So this is the one that I've already done. And you can even see the bird, look, they overlap.
So which side do I put up and down, please?
So this, you put the shiny side down and the dull side up. So it's the shiny side that's going to transfer onto your medium. And yeah, so many mediums that you can be using. So all I would be doing would be getting this. Well, let's do it with one of these because I've got one finished. I'd put this onto here. Make sure it's in the right place where I wanted it. And then I can put this over the top. So I can still see through my image. You don't have, it's not like tracing where you have to trace it first on and then off again. And then I can just draw it on. And all I'm doing, what am I doing? Stop there. Thank you, Mel.
Sorry, I was reading messages.
I will put that on first, and then I will put. Right.
Well, we all do it.
We all do it. Right. I'll try again. Now I'm going to trace around it. Sorry about that. How many of you are shouting at TV?
I can even see. Apologise, Corinne. We do. We do it all the time.
I can actually see the white on here.
Proper chilled out here. It's a good job because we make a lot of stuff. Well, yeah, Stephanie, we've had soap mix boiling over. We've had things coming sliding off the table. We've had all sorts of stuff going on, and we are who we are. There
we go.
I think this for the children for Easter will be brilliant. I think we buy far too many chocolate eggs, and it's not good for them. And this is something that will keep them quiet for hours. And if you printed it off, it's also teaching them hand-eye coordination at the same time.
Yeah.
But this is so cool, and it's magic. Can you imagine a child's face who's never seen scraper board before? Do you remember that feeling when you first did it and it was that, wow, how does that work? This is super, super, super cool.
So once you've carried on, this is what you've got. You've got it just like that. So the other thing that you might want to do is you might want to get yourself just a piece of card to be resting on, especially if you've got watches, rings or things like that. That probably would be quite useful to do. Oh, you can see here, I didn't actually do that bit, so I can just draw in there. Now, I don't tend to, if you show you the image, I think I did the middle one on this top row. I think it's that one. I haven't drawn the circles in. I haven't drawn the stripes. I haven't drawn his whiskers. I want to do those freehand. That's me personally. It's entirely up to you. I want that, you know, you've still got creativity and control. And then you just go over that. Let me just put that there so we can rest on that.
Yeah, there's a lot on social media about the moment, a lot on the news and social media about social media at the moment, and trying to get us off our screens, especially just before bed. I have something a little bit similar to this at the side of my bed. It's actually one of the creative canvases that I just colour in a bit before I go to sleep at night, because that blue light from your screens isn't good. Maybe somebody that doesn't sleep very well and you just need something at the side of you on a lap tray that you can sit and do. Maybe somebody that doesn't want to be in the craft room. At night they want to be with the family watching a film, but you need to keep your hands busy. This is going to be absolutely perfect. And to get, I mean, I would expect the tools to be $9.99 to be fair. You're getting the tools in there, plus 2 of your images that are printed and 2 of them that are just 2 A3 sheets that are just black. Think about your stencils. All those stencils that we've bought you before that you've used with your hot foil pen, now bring them back out and use with this board, because there's nothing stopping you doing that. Just put it over the top, tape it into a little bit of tape, removable tape at the top, and then go through your stencils. They're going to look fabulous, and you don't need to colour them in.
No. So then I'll just be popping on some little circles, however you want to do them. Just adding them on wherever you want to do. Okay, just keep going, and then I'll just keep going like that. Now, what I would be tempted to do is to then take something like a frame. I've just made a frame, and then when I've finished him, I would put him on like that. And I did have a sentiment, and I've lost my sentiment. But I just put on a couple of sentiments, and that would then sit absolutely perfect. I'm going to carry on doing this and adding in the detail, and then that would just pop onto a card base.
Right.
How much fun is that?
While I do a recap, will you just try going through that stencil for me, please? Because I think this is a brilliant, brilliant way of using that board. Right, I need to recap a couple of items for you. First of all, our 300 GSM pure print. Now, we don't always have this in stock, okay? It's not easy for us to get hold of. David and I have just done Makeover Monday, and he brought the inkjet printer from Brother into the studio, and one of our lovely guys, one of you guys at home, messaged in and said, will it go through the printer? And I said to David, if that goes through that printer, that is definitely going on my list of things that I need to buy, because I've never had a printer that will take 300 GSM card. Now, I'm not saying that yours will, I'm saying that the Brother one that we sell will. 300 GSM card is brilliant for your construction. Forget that it's pure print, forget that it's a printer paper, just use it for your construction, your card bases, because it's a really nice weight. So if you want to use thinner papers for your mats and layers rather than using up all your cardstock, maybe print on 140 instead of 250. Use this as your card base, so the card that we launched this morning would be perfect out of this. This is what Corinne used for that. And then use your lighter weight papers that you can print to go on top, okay? So if you want 50 sheets of this for $12.99, now's the time to get it. Now, if you love your alcohol markers, and I'm a massive fan of colouring with alcohol markers, I think they're wonderful, but you need the right card, especially if the alcohol markers that you've got have a fibre tip, not a polymer rubber tip. So polymer rubber like Copic, Ink Lily, and some Illustrator pens versus your different alcohol markers that have a fibre, because the fibre tip isn't as dense as a polymer rubber. It's the difference between putting water on a kitchen sponge or water on a makeup sponge. That's the difference. With the fibre tip, that flow of ink is faster because the nib isn't as dense to control that flow. And that's why you will have seen it for a long time on Create and Craft with the different alcohol markers. You will have seen a demonstrator stamping an image and not going right up to the edge because they were worried that it will bleed out. Because once it's gone top to bottom, the only way that ink can go is out. So this card will, because it's 300 GSM, will help control the flow of that ink and give you a longer blend time, which then will stop it bleeding out. So 50 sheets, 300 GSM, cuts brilliantly on your scan and cut. It's superb on that. Shop card, $12.99. Right, now then we also have our gold mirror card. So normally you get 10 sheets. We're doing a deal for you, all the same, 20 sheets, 2 packs, shop gold, $10.99. This is nice with your foil pen over the top. So think about our classic foils or our glow and intense. There is nothing to stop you using your foil pen on top of the mirror card. That would be really opulent. Shop gold, $10.99. Don't forget to do that foam mat and layer. Honestly, it's a brilliant tip, and it will save you a lot of money over the next however many years that you craft on your cardstock. Honestly, card prices are horrendous at the moment. I'm going to try these on the scan and cut this afternoon, now I'll let you know, but these are your glue pens, which for me are the best glue pens I've ever used. They've got that little ball on the bottom that literally draws the ink from the top down, and that's why you don't end up with patchy. These are superb. I will test them in the universal pen holder. They'll probably go in the small barrel one, but if you take them, they'll go in the regular one. The only reason I'm not saying an absolute yes is because if you're drawing, the scan and cut will do this, And I'm bothered that when it does that, it's going to leave a bigger line or a thicker line than when it's just going round. So let me test it first. And if they work well, I can either tell you tonight or I can tell you on the Scan and Cut shows tomorrow. These three, superb. Shop pens, $9.99. Now, just a little word on tomorrow's Scan and Cut shows. Don't worry, it's happening. We've got a download of a new card blank, which we're going to be doing in 1 hour. We've got the Cathedral Colour from Saturday that we launched that was incredibly popular, that we're going to do in another hour. And then in the third hour, or whichever way around I decide to do it, we're going to do the Gilded, which is the brand new tattered lace collection that launches tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. It is beautiful. Stephanie lost a designing head for a little while last year because she had a lot going on, and it's back. And you wait till you see what we've done. If you've just bought the download that David brought you in the Makeover Monday, those will work perfectly with those, especially if you do the emboss on it from Micro Studio, take the opacity back and print it off. It makes them really, really subtle and smooth. So that will be your 3 Scan and Cut shows. Tomorrow we're going to do a different thing in each one. But please get that into your basket and get that checked out. How's it doing with the stencil?
Amazing.
There you go. And then you can put your hot foil pen around the edge and make it metallic.
So what I'm doing here is actually, because I'm thinking this makes it so much easier, it means I can't go over the lines. I'm holding my stencil in place. I could have just gone round the outside, removed my stencil and then filled it in. I'm thinking, keep your stencil in place and then it acts as bumpers,
You can literally bounce it off the sides.
That's what I'm doing.
That's what we do with the hot foil pen. It's fabulous.
So
But this is going to look amazing. Think about all those stencils that you've got now that can make these cards. And it's really quite therapeutic.
It really
sitting
is.
down, taking a breath. You're not under the pressure of colouring in, because I know a lot of people don't like colouring in. You can't go out the lines because you're working in a stencil. And think about that. How cool is that going to be?
Yeah. So you can see I went in with the larger nib to get the bulk out. And then I just go in, and it's not scratchy at all.
No.
If you take off all the black, if you scratch and keep scratching and keep scratching, well, it's not doing it now with that side, but if I did it with this side, I can peel that off.
Yeah.
So it's
use
about
the right bit.
You get the pressure right.
Well,
with that side, it doesn't matter how hard I press, it's not taking it off.
No.
So just, be mindful that you get the pressure right. And it really is very straightforward. It really is.
And you get all the tools with it. You get the brush, you get the scraper, you get all sorts. 20% of the tacky glue pens are allocated, and 60% of the gold mirror card as well is also allocated. We've had a really busy day today. Thank you, everybody. 6 o'clock tonight, Emily. Is it still Outlook or has it changed? Me on my own, got me for an hour tonight. So make sure that you tune in. We've got Outlet coming to the live shopping shows. Lots of dies. You do not want to miss out on these deals. We did a double hour last week. I did the first hour. David and Corinne did the second hour, and I had to apologise because there was hardly anything left.
There wasn't a lot.
So make sure that you watch that show tonight at 6 o'clock. I'll be on my own for an hour. So try and help me not get up to too much mischief.
I'm nearly there, Mel. I just thought I wanted to finish this because it is just absolutely gorgeous. Just keep brushing off those little bits and then you can see any little bits that you've missed. It's really rather smooth. It's almost like got a sheen to it. Absolutely beautiful.
Now, I think what you could do there, on this open part especially, I wouldn't necessarily do it on the flowers. If you haven't got a hot foil pen, if you went on the inside of that image now, the face of that lady, with your glue pen, leave it to go clear, you could then use foil that way as well.
Yep, of course you could. Of course you could. And wouldn't that look amazing?
Yep.
This outlined in gold foil.
And everyone say, have you done that?
Yeah. What I do is leave the stencil in place, make sure you've got all the little bits off, put your glue on, lift it off,
and then
let
foil.
it go tacky, and then foil it. It would look beautiful. I think I'm nearly there. There we are. She set me a challenge. Wow.
Right. Shot rainbow,
gonna turn that
$9.99.
round.
It gets you 2 of the big pictures with what I think looks like the fairy castle from Disney. It's not. Can I just put that out there before people get hold of it and go, oh, I said it was Disney. I didn't say it was Disney at all. It's not Disney. It just looks like it. But look at that. And you can get your 2 A3 sheets, which is fabulous. And I love that with the stencil. That's brilliant.
And then you can go in back to back and do all the rest of them if you wanted to.
Go on then.
Oh,
Keep going.
right. Oh, she's a slave driver, isn't she?
Yeah, I am. I told you we're breaking you in gently, Corinne.
Gently.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I'd like to see.
Oh, you will.
I'm sure I will. I'm under no illusions, Mel.
Don't you worry. If you missed the outlet last week, a lot of the dies on tonight's are on that show. So whatever we've got left, you'll be able to get, which is fabulous. No, let's stay with Corinne. I've nothing else to show you right now, so let's stay with Corinne and see what you can do. This could be a stamped image that you've stamped out and then trace onto your graphite with your graphite. You know, think about all your stamps, your stencils, all of that. If you like bright, zingy colours and a pop of colour, which we all need now because we've had 3 back-to-back really grey, dull days, this is fab, isn't it? And it's one of those things that you can do 5 minutes, put it down, go and do whatever you need to do, come back, another 10 minutes, just pick it up and put it down. This is something our Becky, who's on camera, started bringing crochet into work to do in a lunch hour. This would be something that you could do on your desk at lunch hour. Just keep your brain active and keep your hands moving. I think this is lovely. And I love that particular image because when we did that with the hot foil pen, we had another stencil that had the outline of the lady's silhouette, and then we went over with the detailed stencil that Corinne's using now with our hot foil pen over the black hybrid acrylic. This is fab. I love it with that because it's really striking. It's quite pop arty.
It is. Do you know what it's making me think? Get a picture, maybe a silhouette of, you know, somebody in your family, and then put your acetate on top to draw the outline, and then using the white graphite paper, put that onto here and just draw the outline of a person, you know, somebody in your family. It would be beautiful.
We're being asked the weight of the mirror card. I'm going to say it's a 200 GSM. So it's not a thick board. It's not going to add a lot of weight to your cards because that's something. It's not as thick as, you know, when you get the Mirror, the brand name Mirror card. It's not as thick as that, but it's actually a really nice lightweight. And again, do that foam matting and layering. And it will last. It will make your card go further, and it will make it even lighter.
So you're saying if you've got a frame like that,
you need to stick it flat. That's the trick. So if I put that on there now, look at that, Corinne.
Yeah, and say that was your image.
Don't forget your image. Just look at the mat and layer. Look.
Yeah.
So it looks like you've done black, white, black.
It does, doesn't it?
But you haven't.
Yeah.
So this piece you get to save, plus the piece that you would have cut to be that bit, you also save. But you have to stick it down flat. Otherwise it spoils the illusion. But that, literally, if I just hold it up here, like that, look, black, white, black.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. And it'll save you a small fortune. It really will save you a small fortune. Right, we've got a couple of minutes left.
Okay, but look at that.
How fabulous is this? Just turn it round so we can see it. I love that style. That side profile. But the colour is wonderful.
It is vivid,
I'm definitely getting that. I was going to get it for Alice for Easter. She can have the castle ones and I'm going to have those. Because I think that 3 stencils is a game changer. It looks like it's been airbrushed.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does. I love that product. It's years since I've had scraper foil.
And if you can draw, just draw straight onto it.
Absolutely.
I mean, that was done totally freehand. There was no stenciling, there was no tracing.
Stephanie can draw, can't she?
She can draw.
We've got one of the gold mirror cards left, so if you want it, please put it in your basket and check it out. Shop Gold, $10.99, down from $17.98. We are going to run out of time. Corinne's just carrying on. Look, she doesn't want to stop now. done it through a stencil. The other thing that you can do is almost create like an engraved look as well. So if you did the outline and just go in with your flick technique, like I taught you with Ink Lily, or we do with our hot foil pen, to make it look engraved, you can also get that look with it as well. It's $9.99. You're going to get your discount off. You're going to get your points back. And for you, just for a bit of therapeutic non-colouring colouring, because the colour's already there. If you need something to keep your mind busy, keep you active, then this absolutely is for you. Or for the kids for Easter instead of more chocolate. Shop Rainbow, $9.99. You've got a £10 saving on a brand new launch. Fabulous opportunity to get that.
I think Stephanie has started this here. She was almost just colouring it in crosshatch.
Yep.
Looks lovely as well, doesn't it?
Yep, absolutely.
You don't have to reveal it all
Looks
if
engraved.
you don't want to, yeah.
Right, we're out of time. I'm going to go and get some food because I'm ravenous.
You deserve it.
I haven't eaten yet today because I'm ravenous, and I will see you back 6 o'clock tonight. Outlet, loads of amazing deals. Don't be late. See you then. Bye.